Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel Third Eye Media. Let's begin with today's current affairs session. The first topic of the day is political parties got 60% of funds from unknown sources. What does that mean? Almost 60% of the funds received by political parties cannot be traced and have came from unknown sources, including electoral bonds, according to a report by Association for Democratic Reforms. What does it mean? Is nothing but the funds or the money which parties are spending during their campaign or during their electioning campaigning or some other things are actually coming from unknown sources, means around 60% are coming from unknown sources. Between the financial years 2004 and 5 and 2022-23, the country's 6 national parties collected 19,083.08 crore from unknown sources. Okay, and this thing, important thing is about 60% thing, and apart from that, you need to understand what are these electoral bonds. I have already explained it in my previous sessions. So, second current affair for the day is citizens have right to criticize revocation of Article 370, says Supreme Court. So, what does Article 370 deals with? Article 370 of the Indian Constitution gave special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Okay. Article 370 cannot be used by the police to lodge a case under Section 153A. Section 153A of the Indian Penal Code means, what does Section 53 stands for? 153 stands for Indian Penal Code penalizes promoting enmity between different groups on grounds of religion, race, place of birth, residence, language, etc., and doing acts prejudicial to maintenance of the harmony. And apart from that, we also understand what is Article 21. Article 21 deals with protection of life and personal liberty. That is, no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. So, remember, these three things are very important for in the point of competitive exams. Next, third one is Jammu and Kashmir resident designated terrorist under UAPA. So, in this thing, we need to understand what is this UAPA. That is nothing but Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. Remember the year also. Sometimes they might be asking that, they might confuse you with the years. The Unlawful Activities Act is an Indian law aimed at prevention of unlawful activities associations in India. Its main objective is to make powers available for dealing with activities directed against the integrity and sovereignty of India. That's all about this thing. Next, another current affair. Cabinet approves 4% hike in daily allowance for central government employees and pensioners. That is, the hike will be 4 percentage points over the existing rate of 46% of the basic pay or pension. So, Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal has been announced it. Next, Centre extends Uala subsidy by another year. So, these are some schemes. So, whenever you heard about some government scheme or program, you need to understand what are the benefits we are going to get for about that particular scheme, so that it will be helpful for your examination point of view. The Union government launched the Ujjwala Yojana scheme with the tagline Swachh Indhan Behtar Jeevan. Remember this tagline also, okay? The PMUY, that is something like Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana scheme, aims to provide affordable LPG connections, liquid petroleum gas, LPG connections to 5 crore families, okay, that is cylinders, okay, LPG cylinders to 5 crore families, particularly women below the poverty line in rural India by 2019, promoting a smoke-free environment. It has also been actually started by Union Commerce Minister Piyush Goyal itself. He is responsible for that. Next, another point is it's about science and tech. AI knowledge, that is artificial intelligence knowledge consortium formed by 12 organizations. 12 research institutions and think tanks have joined forces to establish the Artificial Intelligence Knowledge Consortium in India, dedicated to championing multi-stakeholder approach to AI governance. The body is announced on Thursday. The members include Apti Institute, Cybersathi, Community, ISIA Center, Institute for Governance, Policies and Politics, and New Indian Consumer Initiative. Next, it's about science and tech. Center to rope in ISRO, that is nothing but Indian Space Research Organization, to provide internet in 80 remote tribal villages. First of all, when it comes to tribal, first understand who is the Tribal Affairs Minister? Arjun Munda. Tribal Affairs Minister is Arjun Munda. This collaboration will see the government set up VSAT stations for tribal villages. So, VSAT, stations for tribal villages. The Tribal Affairs Ministry is planning to collaborate with the Indian Space Research Organization to deploy VSAT. VSAT stands for Very Small Aperture Terminal Stations on a pilot basis for around 80 tribal villages in Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh. Remember, 80 tribal villages in Jharkhand, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha and Maharashtra, these 4 states, okay, 80 tribal villages in these 4 states to bring internet services there. According to a proposal unveiled on Thursday at a ministry event meant to brainstorm innovative projects for tribal development. And one more important fact is ISRO chief is S. Somnath. What are the things you need to remember from this thing? What does this VSAT stands for and how many villages are going to covered under this project, and who is the ISRO chief? S. Somnath. Next, Tribal Affairs Minister is Arjun Munda. These are the things which you need to remember from this particular article. Apart from that, in addition to the collaboration with the ISRO, proposals for projects with other eminent institutes such as All India Institute of Medical Sciences, Delhi, Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, Indian Institute of Management, Calcutta and Indian Institute of Science in Bangalore were also discussed. Apart from this, the ministry is partnering with the AIMS. So, why it is partnering with the AIMS? To conduct advanced research on tribal health issues with special emphasis on sickle cell anemia. Now, your assignment is just go through and see what is the sickle cell anemia and how many types of anemia is present, and in organizing training programs for doctors and paramedical staff working in tribal areas. Plans are also on for setting up a Bhagwan Birsa Munda chair of tribal health and hematology at the AIMS. And also Google what is hematology. Hematology is the study of what? In addition, a proposal has been brought to set up a similar specialized department for appropriate technology and entrepreneurship in collaboration with the IT Delhi and IM Kolkata. One other proposal was also tabled to collaborate with the Indian Institute of Sciences for setting up a training facility which will offer courses on semiconductor to tribal students. Next point, next topic of the day is 5th generation fighter jet project gets CCS approval. The Cabinet Committee on Security (CCS) has approved the project for the design and development of India's 5th generation fighter jet advanced medium combat aircraft to be undertaken by the Defence Research and Development Organization. Defence Sources confirmed on Thursday. The AMCA, that is nothing but your advanced medium combat aircraft, is emphasized as a 25-ton twin-engine stealth aircraft with an internal weapons bay and diverterless supersonic intake, which has been developed in India for the first time. So, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, the production agency for the project, has initiated manufacturing activities. So, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited will be taking up this project. Next, Center estimates dip in onion potato production. So, just a normal fact you need to understand, need to remember, just a data point, that is India's horticulture production in 2023-24 largely steady at 355.25 million tons. That's it. Next, INS Kolkata assess vessels hit in Gulf of Aden, rescues 21 crew members. Indian Naval Destroyer INS Kolkata responded to 2 instances of missile or drone attacks on merchant vessels in the last few days. The warship rescued 21 crew members, including 1 Indian, from Barbados flagged bulk carrier MV True Confidence after it was hit in the Gulf of Aden and the crew was forced to abandon ship. Just go and see which the ship is belonging to which country and where is this Gulf of Aden located on the map. Inflation likely stayed over 5% in February to Bank of Baroda. A sharp uptick in prices was seen in potatoes, which rose 16.6%, tomatoes 30.3%, pulses such as chana dal or gram dal 15% and urad dal 15.5% compared with the February 2023 levels. So, inflation has been increased because of the rises in these food items. Next, RBI banked Indonesia to use local currencies for two-way deals. Previously, there was an idea about rupee ruble, right? Means Russia and India were planning to have this rupee ruble trade. In a similar manner, now Reserve Bank of India and the Bank Indonesia on Thursday signed a memorandum of understanding here for establishing a framework to promote the use of local currencies versus the Indian rupee and the Indonesian rupiah for cross-border transactions. This framework would enable exporters and importers to invoice and pay in respective domestic currencies, which in turn would enable the development of an INR IDR foreign exchange market. So, it will be easy for the merchants or as well as for the processing of exports and imports. We can easily pay it in the local currencies itself rather than using a dollar. Next, Moody's pegs India's financial 24 growth at 8%. Just need to understand that what is Moody's, that's all, because every time based upon some changes in every quarter, Moody's will be forecasting a different sort of what you call as growth rate for us. The global rating majors growth estimate for this year is higher than the 7.6% uptick projected by the National Statistical Office in its second advanced national income estimates released on February 29th. Reserve Bank of India Governor, so remember who is the Reserve Bank of India Governor? Reserve Bank of India Governor Shaktikanta said real GDP growth is likely to be closer to 8% as NSO, that is National Statistical Office, current estimate of 5.9% GDP for quarter 4 of financial year 2024 is likely to be overshot. Government capital expenditure and strong domestic consumption will underpin India's economic growth. What is saying? It might be close to 8%, but it might also get reduced because of the underlying conditions in the third point. Next, Sweden officially joins NATO after completing its accession process. We have already discussed how many countries are present in NATO in our yesterday's session. Just go and have a look at it. Sweden on Thursday formally joined NATO as the 32nd member of the Transatlantic Military Alliance, ending decades of neutrality as concerns about Russian aggression have spiked following Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine. The White House said that having Sweden as a NATO ally will make the US and our allies even safer. Let's go and see where is actual Sweden located. 200 people, mostly women and children, abducted by extremists in Nigeria. UN, United Nations said, right? Okay. Terrorist groups active in India include Lashkar-e-Taiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hezbollah Mujahideen, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Jamaat-ul-Mujahideen and Jamaat-ul-Mujahideen Bangladesh. These are some terrorist outfits which are actually present in India, which are actually operating from India. Okay, next. So, in Nigeria also there are some militant outfits, like in Yemen we are having Houthi rebels, and in Israel we are having Gaza we are having Hamas. Here also we are having in Nigeria we are having Boko Haram. So, in each and every country there are some terrorist outfits, different terrorist outfits. So, please make sure that you have an idea about which type of militant outfits are present in different countries. CM lays, now it is about regional news. CM lays foundation stone for elevated corridor. The 181 km corridor to begin at Paradise Junction, pass through defence areas and end at Outer Ring Road Junction at Shamirpet over 11.2 km elevated corridor and 0.3 km underground tunnel. Chief Minister A. Revanth Reddy laid the foundation stone for the Rajiv Rahadari State Highway 1 elevated corridor in Alwar on Thursday. Next, city to host Global AI Summit. The Telangana government plans to organize a global artificial intelligence summit in Hyderabad in July. The state's IT and Industries Minister D. Sridhar Babu said here on Thursday. The decision is in line with the state government focus on making Hyderabad and Telangana AI capital of the world, he said, opening a center of excellence for AI and machine learning. The Union government's Department of Science and Technology has established a startup incubator T-Hub here. Next, High Court cautious nomination of 2 MLCs under Governor's quota. Court junks order of the Governor rejecting the nomination of Dasoju Shravan Kumar and Kurra Satyanarayana as MLCs. The Telangana High Court on Thursday squashed the order of the Governor by rejecting the nomination of Dasoju Shravan Kumar and Kurra Satyanarayana as members of Legislative Council under Governor's quota. The Governor was bound to act. So, first thing, the Governor was bound to act on the aid and advice of the Council of Ministers while exercising powers under Article 171 of 5 of the Constitution. Just go and have a look what is this Article 771 all about. Names of Mr. Shravan Kumar and Mr. Satyanarayana were recommended for nomination as MLCs by BRS government. The judgment said that the Governor was not answerable to the court under Article 361 of the Constitution. What is this Article 361 now? Article 361 of the Constitution of India. A criminal proceeding cannot be instituted in a court against the Governor during his term of office. Power of governor under Article 179(5) of the Constitution to make nominations for the Legislative Council of State of Telangana. So, that's all for the day. I hope you understood the points very clearly. Just again go through it once again. So, keep sharing these videos to those who are actually in need of this, because currently group 1, group 2, group 3 and exams are also coming. These current affairs can also be helpful for your FCAT examinations as well as CDS and other competitive exams like UPSC also. And even when you are going for some interviews, it might be helpful because we are also covering some economic points also. So, whenever you are going for some interviews like JP Morgan or finance companies, there will be also asking about you with the present GDP and present national income and how do you calculate this national income, all those stuff. So, if you have a good idea about all these topics, then you can definitely answer in those interviews, and you might also crack the job and you might be placed in a well earned company. So, I could only say that please follow our channel, please regularly be updated with these current affairs. They are very important in terms of all examinations. So, keep watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe our channel. All the best for your competitive exams and future endeavors. Thank you.